Hello students, today I'm sharing top 3 moves that were played by one of the most talented players, I dare to say, of all time. The great Alireza Firouzja, who is currently world number 2 ranked player in the world. Fasten your seatbelt because the moves are really ingenious. And if you're ready, let's begin the class. In this position, Alireza was playing with the white pieces. The most spectacular move is gonna come very soon, but I also would like you to see how it got all started. Currently, the position is objectively equal, but it's very sharp and someone can take over at any moment. Everything started with the move b4. I think that what Alireza had in mind is simply bringing the knight to this b3 square. Black defended against this idea by tripling up on the c file. White played aggressive move a4 with a devious intention. Black did not feel the danger and played a takes b4. Now you could pause the video at this moment and try to guess what Alireza played with the white pieces. Queen takes c6, sacrificing the queen. The idea behind it is that once they take it, and they're of course forced to, we can take on b4 and we're skewering the queen and the rook behind it. So this way, white is winning all the material back with dividends. For example, if they were just to run away, white could take the rook on c8, invade to the 7th rank, and now not only the rooks are super duper active, but also we will be creating a pass pawn by pushing or taking here, and black won't stop us from promoting one of those pawns. What happened in the game instead was black didn't retreat with the queen, but rather gave the material back by taking on c2. White took back, black moved the rook to b8, and this position is now winning for white due to this very strong pass pawn on the a file. Black is just lacking piece coordination and the reinforcements of blacks are too late to come. So it's pretty much inevitable that either the pawn is going to promote or black will be losing everything else at the cost of stopping that pawn. We could observe a couple of more moves. Black tried to defend with knight f4. White's rook was invading the black's position. White started to push the pawn, which forced black to put the rook very passively behind it. And what's good for white is that this pawn is very well protected by not only the rook but also the bishop. This gives rook time to eat the pawn on d6 and later also counterattack the other pawns as well. After a few moves, white was attacking the other pawns and black simply resigned because everything is falling apart and white still holds their trump card, which is the a7 pawn. Let's go to move number 2. Alireza was playing here with the white pieces, and you could again pause the video and try guessing the move that he played. Rook takes b7, an exchange sacrifice without actually winning the material back right away. Instead, white is going to develop overwhelming initiative, and it all starts with the move e5. Currently, we're attacking the piece on b7, and black thought, well, I'm just gonna close down the position. I'm up in material, I would like some time to castle and develop the rest of the queenside pieces, and hopefully then I will be simply exchange up and can convert this in the endgame. No. Knight takes d5, another brilliant move without the intention of winning the material back. It just opens up the position, after which black continues to have lots of tactical problems. For example, if they were just to ignore this altogether, at the very least white could take on e7 and play the move queen to g4, and then bishop g5 is coming. White's pieces are so well placed that the position is winning so many ways. Black is in a lot of trouble. Instead, black accepted the second sacrifice, and now white is even 4 points down, but white is starting to develop crazy initiative. Knight f5. Black finally gets to castle. White wins 1 pawn back, and just take a look at the coordination of white's pieces. They're everywhere, whereas black's pieces are undeveloped and have to continuously react to whatever white is going to create as a threat. We had bishop c5 by black, another brilliant move by Firouzja, b4. continuing the initiative. This deflects the black's bishop and allows white to place their bishop on b2, where bishop hopefully may join the kingside attack. If you were to accept this pawn sacrifice, it's not a generous one in reality, because white could immediately play queen g4, threaten the checkmate on g7, and win the piece back if they choose to. Instead, in the game we had bishop to b6, white still played queen g4 with the attack on g7. We had g6, then pawn to e6, another move that rips apart the kingside. Queen to f6, now e7. Very, very deadly initiative. Black had to play rook to e8, and after bishop f7, black simply resigned. You cannot take this not generous against sacrifice with the queen, because there is knight h6. And if you were to take this with the king, white has queen c4, black has only one move to stop us from checking the king, and after queen takes e6, it all ends up in a checkmate. Crazy, crazy, brilliant, genius game once again by Alireza. And the third one that I would like to share is very different from the previous two. Here we're not gonna see crazy initiative. Instead, I will show you the creativity of Alireza. I would like you to pause the video. This is black to play, and you can ponder what would you play with the black pieces in this position. The last move of white's, g4, is clearly intending to kill black in case they castle. For example, here they could play g5, and after takes and takes, they could just castle queenside. They already have the open g file. We're not going to survive this with the black pieces. But okay, we have to do something with the king, right? And we cannot castle queenside because we already moved the rook in this game. So what do? Alireza shows us the way. King to d7. Simply moving the king into the center and intending to artificially castle by bringing it to c7 and b8. Just take a look. White plays g5. We had takes and takes. Black calmly just goes king to c7. White castled. Black moved king to b8. And I could convince someone that actually black castled in this game. After rook was brought to g1 by white, black started the queenside attack with b5. We had a3 and a5 by black. Queen to d3 and now queen to b6. This move, queen b6, prepares the so-called minority attack, trying to open up the queenside with the chances of attacking the white's king. We had bishop takes f6, pawn takes f6, and white was trying to invade and cause damage along the 7th rank, but black smartly has the move b7 with the queen. Here we're watching over the pawn on f7, which is under attack, and keeping the option of playing b4. In fact, after white doubled up the rooks, black went with b4, and it's white's king that is getting into trouble in this game. Hope to enjoy today's class. If you're enjoying the video, you can consider hiring me as your personal online chess coach. That's my full-time job for 10 years. Thank you for watching, stay safe, and continue loving the game. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.